Welcome to today's episode of the Group Parlay podcast. As always, Andy Simo, Nick Strom, Kevin Soyan. We're down bad again. I don't know how this happens. We hit 2 in a row, 3 in a row, whatever, consecutive wins, and then we lose like 7 in a row. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way parlay gambling goes. It didn't used to be like this, but I guess this is the way we go now. I'll give it to Kev for a recap of yesterday.
Yeah, tough one yesterday. I had a trash pick, not gonna lie. Rockets plus 3.5. They were at home. I liked it. They lost by 16, so that was cheeks. And then we go to Louisville for their game against USC. USC looked good. The new quarterback looked good. They lost by a couple scores, so that one didn't hit. Then Thunder minus 1.5 was a good pick. I think they won by 9 against the Knicks, so nice hit by Strami. But on the month, that takes us to plus 0.35 units. This is the day that we decide how this month's going to go, probably. So we got 2 parlays today. We got to hit one.
We're due. Yeah, it's the day of reckoning. That's really what it is. All right, so like Kevin said, 2 parlays today. We'll start with the daily, and then we'll go to Thursday night football, same game parlay. So Strom, give us what you got.
Yeah, I'm going Trailblazers -3 against the Spurs. Just fading the Spurs right now. The Blazers have been playing better. They've won 2 out of the last 4. They just blew out the Kings at home. So I like that, going from a great team to a shit team like the Spurs. Don't hate it. The Spurs are 2-12 on the road. They have not won a road game since November 2nd. Kind of what I'm going on. Don't fuck me now. Go Trailblazers.
It's worked for us, so stick with it.
It's a pretty good strategy to take all year.
Yeah.
I saw something for Detroit. They're on pace to go 5-77 this year.
Jesus.
They got to win eventually.
That's the issue, is eventually to fuck us, but it's still a good strategy overall.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going Warriors -1.5. They've covered 4 games in a row. They're home tonight, and the home team has won in 15 of their last 16 games. And the Heat have a lot of people questionable. So I don't know who's going to end up playing out of Jimmy Butler and Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry. They're all listed. So we'll see who ends up playing, but I still like it even on full health.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's like everybody.
Warriors.
You got to assume at least a couple of those guys sit out if they're all questionable, but
it's probably going to be like Duncan Robinson, where it doesn't make a huge difference, but
hey, he's a big player.
Yeah, he's still somebody. All right, I'm going CJ McCollum over 2.5 threes. He's averaging over 7 attempts per game this year, so it's kind of off Strom's strategy of volume play, but he's making over 3 per game. And also the Jazz are giving up the second most made threes in the NBA. Really, the Pelicans, he's really the only 3-point guy that I know of. I mean, Brandon Ingram doesn't really shoot threes. Williamson doesn't really shoot threes. So I think he's going to be the guy making hopefully 3-pointers. And we know he's going to have volume. He's going to have at least 6 or 7 attempts. So just look for a couple of those to go in. CJ McCollum, 2.5 threes.
I love the volume play. It's my strategy of the year.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You got to get your opportunities. It's about making the most of them.
As his fantasy owner this year, I'm terrified of that pick because he puts up those goose eggs every once in a while.
Well, now you just jinxed it. So why would you do that?
I didn't even look. I should have saw what Tyler Hero was at. 2.5 would have been a juicy one for him.
Yeah. All right, so recap the picks. CJ McCollum over 2.5 threes, -140. Golden State -1.5 at -146. Blazers -3.5, -134. Comes out to plus 404 in the parlay today. Now we get into the NFL same game parlays. Strom, what do you got?
Yep. I was looking at player props for a good minute, and there is nothing sexy about this game at all. But I'm going Browns -6.5. I think Trevor Siemian and the Jets are going to have a really tough time scoring against this Browns defense. And the Browns are 7-1 against the spread at home, and the Jets are 1-4-1 against the spread on the road. So kind of going the numbers. I think they're going to get blown out.
Dude, the Browns have looked pretty good.
I love this pick. This is the only good pick on the board, I felt like.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means it's gonna lose.
Hey, hey,
It's
hey.
too obvious.
All right, Kev, what do you got?
All right. I kind of hate my pick. I have taken the under 36. Both defenses should be good against, especially Cleveland's defense against Trevor Siemian and the Jets. I mean, they should not score more than like 14 points. The Jets should have a good defense against Joe Flacco. This is not a data pick. I have no numbers to back this up. I'm just going off the obvious pick in this game, which should be a stinker. But this has failed me many times. So I almost faded myself and took the over, but I'm sticking with the under 36.
I was looking at the over. That was like my second backup pick. So
Dude,
it
the
could go either way.
Brownies, the Browns have been putting up points lately. They've been good.
They have.
Jets defense is. I think the Jets secondary is going to shut down the Browns too. It's like you got to stop Amari Cooper, David Njoku.
I'm hoping their edge rushers, they have a pretty good D line typically, so I'm hoping they can get to Flacco at least quick.
All right. I'm going Garrett Wilson over 50 receiving yards. I like this for a couple reasons. Volume play. Last game, Trevor Siemian started, 14 targets, 9 catches. He hit the number. He's hit this number in 10 games this year. So like that. And I think game script, Browns are going to be winning. I think the whole game to go with Strom's -6.5. So second half, they're going to be throwing a lot. And, Garrett Wilson is their number one receiver. So they're going to be target hitting a bunch. So that's what I'm going with. Garrett Wilson, 50 receiving yards. It's not a high number for him. Really not a high number. He's going to have 5+ catches. So
One thing scares me: Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian targeted him 14 times. He had 9 catches.
He also targeted Brees Hall 16 times.
Should have went with Brees Hall receptions. So
It's a shit game. It's a shit game.
No, this game sucks. Actually, overall, the slate, we were talking about this earlier. The NHL slate was very hard today. The NBA slate was not great today. And even this game, not great. And you're not going to pick bowl games. We just learned our lesson. You never take a bowl game. So
you can take I feel like the championship games,
yeah.
Everyone's going to play, but these shitty bowl games.
No. All right. So recap the pick. We got under 36 in the NFL game today. Garrett Wilson, 50+ receiving yards. Browns -6.5. Comes out to +415. 25% boost on DraftKings. Finally makes it a +518. So that's pretty good. I like that.
We're due.
I'm just shocked. I'm shocked Strom didn't take Rutgers.
Rutgers is playing today, yeah.
I didn't even see. I didn't even take a look at the college board.
They're playing Arizona, though. Arizona's been really good.
Defense travels.
They're favored. Rutgers is favored.
Must be some guys out. All right.
No, definitely.
2 picks today. Let's hit them both.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right, let's get it.